we got nerfed. Pretty modest actually, I expected duplicate to get a reduction in its extension. 2 days. There was 2 days from my last video till the next AUG nerf. 2 nerfs in 3 days total. We got another one. This one hurts a little bit more. This one, it hurts a little bit. So today I just want to do a quick little update video and kind of talk about the changes and how much they affect us. Now, the first thing we got was all ability and pet damage increased by 13%. Yay! We love buffs. And then following that, they kind of decimated the tier set. Now it's not as bad as it looks, but it looks pretty bad. So eruption damage increase reduced to 10% was 15%. Ebonite extension bonus reduced to 0.1 seconds was 0.25 seconds. That one stings. That's more than a 50% nerf to our extension from the tier set. And then the 4-piece is empowered spell cooldown rate bonus reduced to 10%. So this was like how much faster it came off cooldown. It was 20%. And then empowered spell damage bonus was also reduced to 10%, was 20%. So you're getting less extension out of this. You're getting less empowers out of this. Your empowereds are doing less damage. So this is kind of what I unfortunately thought was going to happen originally, which would have been fine, I think, if it happened by itself, but on top of the other nerfs, kind of stinks. So let's talk about how bad this really is. It's a little bit more dramatic than it played out in Sims. It's about a 5% single target nerf and about a 6% AoE nerf. Now for Raid, this changes things a little bit, where Chrono is still the best single target, but because Scalecommander got brought up, it's good on some cleave fights and it's less reliant on your teammates. That's what I think you're going to see as the recommended build on, Wowhead and Icy Veins and all those things. Even though Chrono is still ahead single target, I think that for the general population, Scalecommander is probably going to be a little bit better to play. So let's talk about the Scalecommander Raid build. It looks quite familiar because it is what we've been playing for most of this since launch, pretty much, with Inferno's Blessing and Molten Embers, and then Rumbling Earth over there and Interwoven Threads. So pretty straightforward. Most people have been already playing this this whole time, so it shouldn't be too big of a change. If you do still want to play Chrono, the best build for Chrono is looking like this. So you're going to be taking Motes, Clairvoyant, Inferno Blessing, and Time Skip. Now, a lot of people don't like Time Skip. It's very rigid. You need to make sure that you're using your cooldowns appropriately and at specific times. Cancel ordering things if you need to. So a little bit more nuance to the gameplay. If you want to play Chrono and you don't want to play this, you can always drop Clairvoyant and take Interwoven Threads. And this is like the second best Chrono build. So they're pretty close. Most of the top builds are pretty close now. So if you want to play Chrono Warden in Raid, you can play this, or like I said, you can drop Interwoven, take Clairvoyant, and then this is the top one. Now let's talk a little bit about keys. Chrono Warden, still not in the keys. It is, even with the changes, not even close. So we're going back to Scalecommander. In Scalecommander, you're going to play this in keys too. We did have an Overlord build that you can still play. It's still very close. And if you want to play Overlord, you're going to drop Molten, Infernos, and Rumbling, and you're going to take Motes, Clairvoyant, and Overlord. These are very, very close in Sims. Like I said, a lot of the top builds are pretty close now. So you can sim your character based on Overlord versus Molten Embers and see which one's better for you in your current gear. As you get gear, sim yourself, make sure that you're in the right build. I'm going to put all the talent builds in the description below. But yeah, you can play Overlords, or you can cancel all that out, take that, and play the same build in keys that you're playing in Raid. Makes it easy. You get used to one build, so I guess that's kind of nice. And then if you want to play Chrono Warden, you're either playing a skip build, or you're dropping Clairvoyant and taking Interwoven Threads. So I'll put up both of these 2 builds for each hero tree in the description below. I recommend simming yourself, as always, seeing what's working out for you. But yeah, that's pretty much the changes. Season 1 opens today, so good luck everybody. Hope you have all the loot that you could possibly imagine. And until next time, guys.